All right. Welcome, citizens of Kerrville, to our community update regarding COVID and the vaccine. Mayor Blackburn is unable to attend the meeting today, and I have the honor to moderate. So today we will hear from Kerr County Emergency Management Coordinator Dub Thomas. We will hear from the Convention and Visitors Bureau President and CEO Julie Davis, but I will start off the update with the COVID numbers and the vaccine. Next slide. So I wanted to show a little bit regards to the numbers that we've seen over the last month and kind of put it in perspective to what we've been monitoring since November. The blue line is the active number of cases on average per month. And you can see in November, we had 149 was the average, and then slowly in December was 339 to 359 to 183.49. In April, we're monitoring an average of 31 active cases. So March and April have had a significant decrease in the number of active cases. And the orange numbers you're seeing there, the orange bar, is the high for each month. So as y'all will remember, back in January, the high was almost 500 and slowly has crept down to April being a high of 43. Hospitalizations, of course, as a community, that is an important part of what we monitor and surveillance in the healthcare. And you can see how they have slowly, that's an average. So since November and in April, the good news is our average is 4, March was 2.5. So a very manageable number. Comparatively, at one point, we were as high as 35. Next slide. So what are our options for testing? So currently we do not have a mass testing as we've had in the past with the Texas Military Department. And Dub Thomas will explain more in regards to that. But the Peterson Urgent Care at 1740 Junction Highway is still offering the testing for symptomatic. Peterson Medical Associates at 1331 Bandera Highway is still providing for symptomatic or asymptomatic. You can call for an appointment. The Franklin Clinic at 723 Hill Country Drive still provides the testing. They do have an online calendar and looks like they are doing at 11 o'clock in the morning. So you can choose and you can pre-register also on there. And then BioNext Now is an antigen testing. It's an over-the-counter antigen test that is becoming available at local stores also. Next slide. So the vaccine rollout. So I talk a little bit about where we're going, but let's talk a little bit about where we've been. So the vaccine rollout back in December 14th was when the vaccine was initiated, and they really put in that phase 1A to vaccinate frontline healthcare workers and the long-term care facilities. In December 29th, they rolled out phase 1B, and that was the 65 plus or 16 plus with any underlying medical conditions. March 3rd, the governor rolled out that we're going to address the schools and licensed child care personnel. March 15th came in phase 1C. Those were individuals between 50 and 64 years of age. And at the end of the March, on March 29th, so he opened it up to everyone 16 years and older, based on the vaccine you were going to receive, was eligible for the vaccine. Next slide. So what we're seeing in Kerr County, we are seeing some saturation in regards to those individuals that wanted to receive the vaccine do have that opportunity, both locally and regionally. So according to the Department of State Health Services website, so they have 28,243 vaccine doses have been administered in Kerr County. So 48% of residents 65 plus are fully vaccinated, and 29% of eligible residents are fully vaccinated. Some of those may have already received their first dose and still waiting on their second, but that is still the numbers that we're currently seeing. Next slide. So local availability. So Peterson Clinic did one of their last max vaccine clinics for the first dose on April 27th. They will still have the second dose scheduled at May 21st, but currently that was the last large one that we were kind of supporting for the community. The Texas Military Department is going to have a vaccine clinic and emergency management. Dub Thomas will explain more in regards to that. Local sites, though, we're seeing a lot of availability. So about 1,000 doses per week. Both HEB stores are receiving the federal allocation. CVS started receiving the federal allocation, Walgreens, Walmart, and then those individually can request, like Family Practice and Medical Arts Pharmacy have both requested doses, and they do have some available. And then, of course, the Kerrville VA has availability for those with eligible benefits, and I believe that has been extended to spouse also. So Peterson Clinic is going to continue to monitor the community, and they will set up an additional clinic if necessary, so for the future. Next slide. So where's the future take us now? So we have been a good place as a community. It has been a long 13 months that we have continued to monitor COVID and respond for our community. So our community partners, the City of Kerrville, Kerr County, and Peterson Regional Medical Center will continue to work together. So throughout the pandemic, doing surveillance and monitoring locally, regionally, state, and nationally. So we'll continue to receive reports. We'll continue to respond as appropriate for our community to better serve us. I encourage everyone out there to please educate yourself about the vaccine. Educate yourself about the Moderna, the Pfizer, and the Johnson & Johnson. The Department of State Health Services website has good information, all three of those, and has links to both the CDC and the FDA. Remember, our priority is to protect our community and your loved ones. So with that, I will go to Kerr County Emergency Management Coordinator, Doug Thomas.
Thanks, Chief. Good morning, everybody. This is Doug Thomas, Kerr County Emergency Management Coordinator. What Chief Maloney talked about a little bit a while ago was the mass testing clinics that we've been doing out at the Youth Event Center. We're probably not going to be doing those in the near future for quite some time, probably, because the demand has really dropped down to where it's not economical for the Spartan is the company that was doing the testing for them to come out for 5 days and test folks. But so like Chief Maloney said, there is available testing here locally, and you should be able to get a test without any problem. Going forward on the vaccine clinics, we've just finished up doing the Save the Seniors program. That was Governor Abbott's, one of Governor Abbott's initiatives. We vaccinated probably a little over 200 residents that were homebound and could not get out to get their vaccinations. Texas Military Department was down, and they would send 2 or 3 teams, and those teams would actually go out to the folks' homes and vaccinate them. We did have some that would come to the Diedrich Center, but we did a majority of those folks that were not at home and were not able to, or that were at home and were not able to get out. So I really want to thank Brenda and Waverly at the Diedrich Center for all their hard work in putting that together for us. Did an outstanding job, and it went very smoothly. Moving forward, we have a mass vaccination clinic next week, starting Monday. It'll be Monday, May 3rd through Friday, May the 7th. It'll be at the First United Methodist Church here in Kerrville at 322 Thompson Drive. I'm sorry, 321. It's in the Activity Center, which is at the rear of the church, where we've been doing vaccinations for Peterson for several months. It will be Monday through Friday, like I said, 8 to 5, or until we run out of vaccines. It will be the Moderna vaccine. It's going to be first come, first serve. There's no registration. You just need to show up whenever you're ready to get your vaccination. You may have to wait a little bit in line, but I suspect that those lines will be pretty short. This is advertised in 5 or 6 different counties to include Kerr, Riel, Kimball, Bandera, Gillespie, and Kimball County. And we're trying to get as many people in, make this one last final first vaccination push. So we're going to vaccinate for 5 days or until the demand is gone, and then we'll reschedule for the second vaccination dose later on, probably 28 days later. That's Monday through Friday this next week, starting May the 3rd. We We put out a couple of press releases notifying everybody, and on Sunday, you can expect a code red to be out to remind everybody again that Monday we will start that vaccination. That's it, Chief.
Thank you. Appreciate that report out there. And I'd like to turn over next to Convention and Visitors Bureau President and CEO, Julie Davis.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to say that things are certainly looking more positive on the travel and tourism side of things. We began improving months ago, but with the broader rollout of vaccines this spring, and consumer confidence has just grown tremendously. That, coupled with pent-up demand and our increased marketing efforts targeted for the spring, has led to sold-out weekends in our hotels in March and in April. The hotel tax generated by the March overnight stays is up almost 15% over 2019. If this trend continues, we will not only improve from our losses in 2020, but we're on track to beat our 2019 collections too. Our visitor center traffic has grown substantially in March as well, with over 560 visitors being helped. Our visitor centers returned to being open 7 days a week. So it's a little more like business as usual around here. With the increased traffic, we made that decision that we were ready to be open on weekends and begin helping the public more in March. But since we do want visitors to feel comfortable and safe when they come in, we recognize they're coming from areas of all over with different rules and different standards. We are continuing to wear our masks when we're greeting and assisting them at this time. We are working to keep this positive trend in our economy moving in the right direction, and we feel more confident with each passing month in 2021. In closing, I would really like to personally encourage all of you to continue to support our local businesses as you have this past year. Next week is Travel and Tourism Week in Texas. So go out and be a tourist in your own hometown, whether it's dinner or a movie, maybe a wine tasting, some shopping, or even attending an event. It's vital as Kerr County residents, we support our community first. If you need ideas on what to go do, go check out our website, kerrvilletexascvb.com, and I know you can find something new to explore. And that's really all I have to report. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Great, thank you, Julie. Appreciate that report out. So that will wrap up the community update, and we would like to thank everyone for your support during this unprecedented pandemic. So we encourage everyone to stay safe, learn about the vaccine, and be kind. Thank you.